I'd ask unanimous consent, Mr. President, if I might be recognized. Here's a letter from the Congressional Budget Office dated January 31st, 2008. I'd like to have it submitted to the record. It shows a cost of $320 million for these bills over the next 5 years. So this is the Congressional Budget Office. This isn't my paper. This is theirs, and I'd ask that it be submitted for the record. And I will spend just the next few minutes, and then I plan on yielding back my time. I know a lot of people want to get to some votes. Absolutely.
What's that? Put up that letter you have there from them. Doesn't it say, if appropriated?
Assuming appropriation.
Yes, it does. So that means if it's not appropriated, it doesn't cost anything.
Well, the censor's true. If it's not appropriated, that's right. But we're not passing these bills on the assumption that they're not going to be appropriated. We're passing these bills on the assumption that they will be appropriated. Matter of fact, the promises made as we pass this, either they're a hollow promise that you're sending back home as, yeah, I did this, but we're never going to appropriate it so I can look good and lie to you, or we're going to appropriate the money. It's one or the other. So either we're dishonest with who we're telling we're doing something for, or we absolutely intend to appropriate it. There isn't any other option. I will finish up by saying this, and obviously the senator from New Mexico, the senior senator from New Mexico, did not hear my earlier comments. We are in tremendous economic straits in the long term. This debate isn't about the lands bill. It's about, will we change the philosophy, will we honor our oath, and will we start doing what's right in the long term for those that come after us? The heritage that we have embraced in this country is one of sacrifice. One generation sacrifices so the next has opportunity. If we keep doing this without regard, we don't know how much we're spending, we don't know how much the monthly costs are, we're not taking care of the parks the way we should, because we don't have any idea. We have a hodgepodge. We have a barge floating down a river without a tug on it. We're going to make the problem worse. I will remind my colleagues, the true accounting of this year estimate is a $607 billion deficit. That's over $2,000 for every man, woman, and child in this country. Every child that's born today in this country inherits an unobligated obligation that they will have to pay that they got no benefit from of $400,000. Am I frustrating the senators from New Mexico? You bet. Are our children worth it? You bet. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stand and say we're going to think long term. We're going to start protecting property rights. We're going to start thinking about our children, and we're not going to give up because we get lectured to because we're not doing it the way we've always done it. The way we've always done it has got us bankrupt. It's time for a change. Republicans and Democrats alike, our children are worth it. With that, I yield the floor.